Good morning, guys. It's Sunday night for us, Monday morning for you guys. Didn't have a chance to turn the camera on. I figured I'd give you guys a podcast style devotional. Hopefully, you had a chance to watch today's service and sermon. And if you didn't, make sure that you get a chance to watch it. Wasn't sure how it was going to turn out, to be honest with you. Like I said in the beginning, that it could have gone different ways. Many times when the Lord gives me a sermon, I kind of have bullet points beginning to end. But I didn't really truly have I had an ending, but I had a few different alternative endings, and I didn't know which way I was going to go until I was actually preaching it. But I hope that if you did watch it, that it was able to speak to you in some way. I mean, that's the whole purpose. That's the goal, is every single time I get a chance to, share the Lord's word that He gave me. The goal is to inspire, to uplift, to edify, to build up, to correct, to just bring all those things onto the table, But overall, I feel that it was a good response, and I feel like it accomplished its goal, And it's not easy, guys. It's not easy all the time, and we're right in the middle of this book of Daniel, and I'm really, really enjoying it the way it started off. If you didn't get a chance to watch that, make sure you watch it before this Wednesday comes up, because this Wednesday's part 2. And make sure you watch part 1, because I think it'll give you a different perspective of the book of Daniel in a way many of you have never heard, and just excited about that. Another thing, guys, I just want to throw out there, I want to thank every single member of this channel that has joined this channel, that you join it by being a monthly supporter. If you go to YouTube and go to our channel, you see a little button that says join, and you're able to join. And as a benefit to that, I try to do as many videos as I can just for members only. I'm a little bit more open because I know it's not so open to the public when I do these videos for members. But God bless you guys. Thank you so much for those of you that are members. And second of all, if you're not a member, you're still going to get the sermons, Bible studies, devotionals. But please do me a favor. Hit like, leave a comment, share the video, and leave a comment. Oh, I said that. Subscribe. So subscribe, like, hit a comment, and share. Those 4 things will really help the algorithm for YouTube to just share it to maybe other believers that don't know this channel exists. So other than that, guys, it's been an interesting week. Just really rethinking many things as far as the church, trying to brainstorm on how we can accommodate the growing church, because it is growing. It's getting really full every single Sunday, and just trying to brainstorm and use every square inch in our church to have a purpose, looking at other alternatives, and only God knows what's ahead for the future for us, and also another thing too, for those of you that have not yet joined or learned about our PLBS or our Christian Bible School, go to the website www.houseofrestchurch.com and find out more if that's something you're interested in. If you want to learn for ministry, to be a pastor, to be an evangelist, to be a teacher, or just because you love to learn. I love to learn, honestly. I'm a pastor, but I continue to learn, and I'd never stop learning, and I enjoy it. So if that's something you're interested in, go to the website, find out more about it. Again, all of you that are listening that are students on PLBS, God bless you. Thank you so much. And don't forget to message me if you have any questions at all whatsoever. That's what I'm there for. I am your personal instructor, and I want to be there for you to help in any way along with that, you know. But, just speaking of ministry, I had a great lunch, with a group of the church family, and I loved it because we were able to go to this diner, and because it was, I think, 13 of us, they actually gave us how sometimes these diners have an extra room for people, and maybe sometimes like a little banquet room or whatever. Wasn't so much a banquet room, but it was just a side room where they do not sit people unless they're a large party. And well, 13 isn't. We've had bigger parties after service, but because it was 13 of us, they allowed us to go in that room, and nobody else was in there, just us. And it was awesome because a lot of times you go into these restaurants and it's so loud, and you don't want to be yelling across the table. Or the restaurants nowadays, they play music super loud, but this one there was no music playing. It was really quiet. There's no one else in the room other than the person taking our orders and bringing our food. So it was a great conversation. And if you're listening and you were there, I really truly appreciate you just taking the time to spend time with us, with Sharon and I. I know I speak for her too, that believe it or not, we love to spend time with you, and we love to spend time with people in the church family. And I don't know, I just had a really fun time, and just talking about the Lord and talking about different things, and for those of you that didn't are not members, I did a member video talking about the movie Nefarious. If you don't know what that is, after this devotional, go check it out watch the movie trailer. It's actually written by a Christian producer. I think it's the producer of God's Not Dead, I believe. Hopefully, if I'm not wrong in that. And it's interesting because it's it's inspired by the book by C.S. Lewis that was written back in 1942 called The Screw Tape Letters. C.S. Lewis was a theologian. He was a journalist. He also wrote Mere Christianity. C.S. Lewis also wrote The Chronicles of Narnia, which became a movie, children's movie, a few years ago. That's amazing because he hid the gospel story in that with those characters that he made up. But anyways, we went to see Nefarious, and it's highly inspired by C.S. Lewis, the Screw Tape Letters, because the Screw Tape Letters, if you have not heard the Screw Tape Letters on Audible or read the book, please do that, because it's basically a book. It's interesting that the author took an interesting twist, and he basically wrote a book as if a demon is teaching a young demon how to manipulate mankind. And it is powerful because, obviously it's fictional, it's not real. We know demons lie, but it's an interesting concept of the fact that what would it be like to hear a demon train another demon how to deceive us, and how they plot and strategically plan to destroy us. And it's a cool insight. Well, anyways, the director and producer of the movie Nefarious kind of took that and spun it a little differently, but it is a man on death row, and he's about to be executed that day, and a psychiatrist needs to come and say whether he's insane or not. And this man says he's a demon. So anyways, it's interesting movie. It was good. I didn't know what to expect, but I really enjoyed it. I was really glad because I know a lot of the people that ate dinner with us or lunch had already seen it the day before, and some of them were going to actually watch it earlier today. After dinner, they were going to go watch it. And there's only one theater in our entire Northern California that I can find it at, which was in Modesto. I'm sure it's playing somewhere else, but Sacramento, Stockton, nobody else was playing it. So I was really grateful that the movie was actually playing at the theater literally 2 blocks away from our church. So I thought that was really cool, you know. So other than that, what do you guys think of that? When people can get creative and do things like that and write books like that, do you think that's bad that the author, Christian author, said, I'm going to write a book as if a demon wrote it, to give an insight as to help give a perspective of how these things must think of us? I think it's genius. I thought it was awesome, and the movie, it actually left me wanting more. To be honest with you, it was good. It was really good, but man, I wanted the conversation to go even further and deeper. But I did get the book, the Audible. It's called The Nefarious Plot, and it it is intertwined with the movie. It's not a book of the movie. The movie's a whole different story than the Audible book. But if you watch the movie, you'll see kind of what I mean by that. It was really really cool. A lot of times, guys, we I don't know why we do this, but Christians tend to see things very shallow, and for that very reason, the enemy can use that against us because we don't think of the intricate, different situations and different things. Like, for instance, have you ever really realized or thought why the enemy does what he does? Why does he bring perversion? Why does he bring destruction? Why, other than he likes to kill, steal, and destroy? No, but why? What's the purpose? What's the goal? What's the end result of what they want? And we really think about it. It's not even about you, and it's not even about me. I mean, our Lord, our Lord God kicked the enemy out of heaven because of a rebellious spirit and pride in Satan. And see, I understand this even before I read the Screw Tape letters or whatever, because I understand what it's like to have so much hate for somebody that it's too easy to destroy them. You would rather destroy something they love, because by destroying something they love, you hurt them more. So it's not a far stretch of why Satan attacks us. You think Satan attacks you because you or I are that important? No. It's not even about us. It's only because of the love that the Lord has for us. And the only way the enemy can really hurt God, think about it, is by hurting his children. See, if somebody can't hurt you, or somebody wants to hurt you so bad, they're not going to hurt you. They're going to hurt your children, because that'll hurt you even worse. There's this man named John Moore. He wrote a book about ISIS when ISIS was going through Syria and parts of northern Iraq. And he's a Christian journalist, and he was over there trying to help smuggle Christians out of the way of ISIS, because ISIS was going through and beheading and executing Christians. And he got very close to ISIS, actually. He said he saw them. He was that close. He could see them by eyesight in the horizon, and he saw them doing their thing. And I mean, this is an American, and they would have loved to have caught him. But anyways, he said this story in the book. He said he came across a village, and he noticed there was no children. He goes, you got to understand that in the villages over there in Syria, the children are always together, running around, being loud, like you always hear children playing. because they're out and about in big groups. He said, but I came in this town and it was very quiet. And what happened was this: ISIS went through and chose not to kill the Christian adults. Instead, they gathered all the children of the entire village. And one by one, they asked each child to denounce Jesus. You know what happened? Every single child was executed. So that's one thing. The fact that these children gave their life for Jesus. But here's the thing: ISIS then chose not to kill none of the adults because they figured it was too easy to kill the adults. They would rather let them live. Why? Because they would be tormented for the rest of their lives, having been forced to watch their children be executed. Because a way to hurt somebody is to hurt the child. So when the enemy is out to seek, kill, and destroy, it's not about you. It's not about me. It's about hurting God. The enemy wants to hurt our Father in heaven. That's crazy. He wants to hurt our Father in heaven. So he causes us to be led by our flesh into foolery and ultimately into our demise and our destruction. All those people that you see that are high on drugs like zombies, the enemy laughs because he turned something that was beautiful, something that was created in the image of God, and he has utterly destroyed them to where their mind is completely God, to mock God. That's crazy. That is the ultimate predator, is the enemy. He takes what was precious to the Lord and destroys it. Now, this leads me to say this and to challenge each and every one of you. Why? If you love God, and if you love Him with all your heart, why would you ever allow yourself to go back to your old life? How do you think that makes God feel? The very one that destroyed us, wanted to destroy us, destroys those, and yet we run back to that. I'm not saying we like I do. I'm just saying we as a species. We run back to the very destroyer that is set out to destroy us. The audacity that mankind has to run away from its creator and instead run into the hands of the destroyer. When we give our life to the Lord, guys, the Lord deserves everything. 100%. Because for all those years that you were not serving Him, the enemy used you to mock the Creator. So with that, guys, I just want to pray that you have a great day. And then that you got something out of this. God bless you. And see you tomorrow. My goal is to do a members only video on, which is going to be Monday. Because I'm saying this on Sunday night, but by the time you listen to it, it's going to be Monday. So expect the members only video, and maybe I'll do a live or something, because it's been a while. So with that, guys, God bless you. Thank you so much. Bye.